Aliyah Boston pinpoints what she loves about unrivaled coach Teresa Weatherspoon. Indiana Fever superstar Aliyah Boston made her admiration for ex-Chicago Sky head coach Teresa Weatherspoon extremely clear. Less than 2 months after being fired from the Chicago Sky, Teresa Weatherspoon quickly rebounded by being named one of the 6 head coaches of the unrivaled 3x3 Women's Basketball League, which tips off on January 17 in Miami, Florida. When the unrivaled club rosters were revealed a few days after the coaches were announced, it came out Weatherspoon was head coach of the Vinyl BC squad. This 6-player team includes Dallas Wings superstar Arike Augunbol, Los Angeles Sparks standout Ray Burrell, Atlanta Dream All-Star Ryan Howard, Dream player Jordan Canada, Sparks All-Star Derica Hamby, and Indiana Fever icon Aliyah Boston. The Vinyl BC team's TikTok posted a video last month where Weatherspoon was supposed to describe her 6 unrivaled players in one word. For Boston, she said, Aliyah Boston, growing. You have an incredible post presence. Physical. She gets the job done, she does all the little things that go unnoticed, Weatherspoon added. Weatherspoon is clearly fond of Boston and what she brings to the court. And the feeling appears to be mutual, according to a quote that Boston had about Weatherspoon when speaking with the media on January 7. I love her energy. That was the first thing when we got on the court, it makes you play hard and give it our all, Boston is quoted saying of Weatherspoon, per an ex-post from Winsider's Miles Ehrlich. Given their mutual respect for one another before the games have even begun, it will be cool to see how Weatherspoon and Boston's relationship continues to strengthen as the unrivaled season progresses. Caitlin Clark spills her ultimate karaoke choice after 5 months of harmonizing with Aliyah Boston's pick. Caitlin Clark is truly a sport, on and off the court. Along with being known as the funniest one, she is also famous for showing off her vocal chops. And sharing a sweet connection with her teammate, Aliyah Boston, they have spent plenty of time harmonizing together, and after 5 months of warming up to Boston's pick, Clark finally dropped her own karaoke choice when Travis Cleese asked CeCe about her go-to karaoke song. She quickly shared, "Oh, that's tough. It switches up, you know what's good. Where is the love? By Black Eyed Peas. That's a good karaoke song," she said. She went on to explain that she enjoys a bit of a duet action, adding, "Honestly, it changes up. I like a little duet action, so you could go up there with your friends." And according to Desert Wave Media, Clark has revealed that she would choose Boston as her karaoke teammate. Back in July, before the WNBA All-Star Game in Phoenix, Clark and Boston were asked what song they'd pick if they had to team up for karaoke. Without missing a beat, just like the Iowa former did during Kels Brothers' New Heights podcast, the Gamecocks alumna answered, High School Musical soundtrack, which Clark immediately agreed to, adding, High School Musical. That's what we're going with. Or some Justin Bieber. Imagine the energy they'd bring to the stage. We are sure it'd be as fiery as their court chemistry. Even though the two have different playing styles on the court, they complement each other perfectly. Defense leads offense, they say. Unrivaled president clears stance on Caitlin Clark after WNBA star's $1 million offer rejection. Clark, with her sharpshooting skills, and Boston, who dominates the paint, are the kind of duo that any team would dream of. Undoubtedly, both of them were the first draft picks and Rookie of the Year in their respective debut years. Off the court, the two WNBA stars have been there for each other. Despite Clark coming straight out of a heartbreaking loss in the NCAA championship game and having to jump right into her WNBA career, it was the 2023 draftee who took her under her wing. The Iowa native had barely any time to breathe before she was drafted as the #1 overall pick by the Fever, and just a month later, she was out there playing her first WNBA game. Boston wholeheartedly offered her leadership. When Clark struggled in her debut, it was Boston who supported her at halftime that kept her going. Clark has spoken about how much of an impact Boston had on her transition, saying, "Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Aliyah, coming in here, I think her leadership has been amazing. She's been one of the biggest voices in our locker room. She's been somebody that's been there to pick me up, I've been there to pick her up." However, now, months after the wrap of WNBA season, their friendship will be put to the real test. There's a tough decision on the horizon for 2023 ROTY. Both Clark and AJA Wilson are having their jerseys retired in February 2025. Both ceremonies are happening on the same day. Iowa is set to retire Clark's number 22 jersey on February 2, 2025,